How many lessons do you need with the egg? Probably a ton. But if I had one chance to give you one lesson and never talk to you again, I got 6 things that I would teach you. And don't think for a second, I'm not busting out my most expensive training aid to show you how to make better contact. So get ready for the one golf lesson with the egg. So the first thing we're gonna work on is putting. You're gonna find yourself at this distance more often than not. The key to this is making sure that we're getting our putt on a straight path and we're starting the ball down a straight line. If you can't get it on a straight line, then there's no point in putting. All right, so for this drill, we need 4 tees, okay? 2 of the tees are gonna be placed just on the outside of your club head, okay? That's gonna make sure that we're coming through the gate squarely and straight at our target, okay? The closer you put them, the harder it's gonna be for you to do, but the better it's going to make you. For the next tees, we just take a path straight at our target, and then we put the tees just a little bit on the outside here. We need to make sure that that ball is gonna head straight through the gates again, headed straight at our target. Anytime we're swinging off of our swing path, we're gonna be hitting tees. So this is gonna be a direct feedback for you, and it's gonna help you out. Let's do it. Feel free to always change these. As you saw, I was missing left a little bit. So you could just slide this in a little bit. Okay, to give ourselves a different spot to aim at. The key again, making sure we're just putting this through the gates, creating a straight putt. If you get your putt started straight, it's gonna make everything easier. All right, now that you're putting it straight, the next thing to worry about is our distance control. Our tempo for our distance control will determine everything. If you can create one tempoed putt swing, you can control any distance putt just by changing your backswing and your follow through. You get those two to equal each other and you'll start controlling every putt and knowing exactly where they're gonna go. So if we have one tempo, okay, let's say it's this, and I go back and through further, now the ball's just gone further. Or I want to go shorter, and we're going shorter. So we're bringing 4 tees back. Our one tempo is gonna go to that tee and to that tee. Now, just by changing my distance and keeping my same tempo, I go to outside tee, and let's see the difference. And again, if you want to go further than that, just change your backswing and your follow through. This is a technique people do not understand or utilize properly on the golf course. That's the first thing that the egg would teach you. Okay, you know how to putt straight and controlled. Now we're over at the range and we're gonna get our number one most important thing into the swing. If you're not doing this and building this muscle memory, you're gonna be lost, right? So if you're not able to swing every single shot and not worry about this position, then you need to get into this muscle memory position where you can stop thinking about this. Once you stop thinking about your power, then we can move on to something else. To get off of our back foot, I like to think about this. If you're to throw a ball, right, you would step and you throw the ball. Well, I got my Packer colors on today, so if you're Brett Favre, he throws it backwards. We're not Favre, all right? So we're gonna grab the ball. Let's say we throw it underhand. We're gonna throw underhand. Nobody's gonna grab a ball and throw it backwards like this. You're losing all your power. So a golf swing is just like throwing the ball underhand. We're getting our power moving forward. Okay, so we're not getting into an arm swing. We're not going here and finishing backwards. Everything's going forward. We're using power, we're aggressive, and we're getting it through every shot. And you can hold it. This is another important part about getting your weight through. People will get in here, boom, and fall off of it. If you're falling off of it, you're not balanced. You're not using your power the right way. So get in there, smooth swings off our back foot. The beauty of it is every time you swing, you should be able to check yourself and see, yep, I did it, or no, I looked like an idiot. So get in there, get your power moving, start making your strong swings. Once you build this muscle memory, well, then we add some more stuff. Ready? And the third thing we're working on is nothing with our golf swing. We're thinking about our brain. And with working with people for over 20 years, I could tell you this, people think too much. And maybe you do too. Maybe that's you, where you get in here and be like, oh, okay, well, my feet are not shoulder width apart. I gotta get them shoulder width apart. I gotta grab this grip. I need my hand under here. I gotta put 55% pressure over here. All right, now we're gonna make sure that's square. We're gonna push it away. Okay, not too fast. And then we're gonna get this in here. And we're like, does that sound like you? Stop thinking too much. Here's how we do it. You have your posture, your grip, your alignment. 3 things you can think about. Okay, you get set. Ooh. You take your grip, you get your posture and your alignment. Once you're set, ready to go, get rid of all those thoughts. There's not one thing you're changing with this when you're up here. I'm not changing my grip up here, not changing my stance up here or my alignment. Okay, so once you're set, those are gone. The next thing I want in your brain is 3 thoughts. 1 is gonna start your backswing, whatever that takes. 1 is gonna start you down, and 1 is gonna get you through. 3 thoughts, use them at the range, find the 3 that work for you, and use them every single time. You're gonna hit so many good shots with those 3 thoughts, and you're gonna hit a bad shot. But that doesn't mean because we hit a bad shot, now we change our swing thoughts or start trying to fix something. That's just foolish. So I use something like this, or here's a couple you can use. To start your backswing, I think about pushing my left hand away. That's it, just push it away, and that starts my swing. Some people need more than that. Some people like to get their shoulder behind the ball. They might think about their shoulder. Some people might think about putting their toe up to the sky here. Whatever works for you. I have other people that think about, their elbow. Their elbow gets out here. They like to think about their elbow. Whatever works to start your backswing. Next is your downswing. So are you thinking hips start me at the top? Are you thinking I got to get down and through the golf ball, so ball ground contact? Are you thinking keep my elbow close so I'm not coming over the top? Whatever works for you. And then our finish. We're getting through here. You could be thinking about just getting on my toe. You could be thinking about standing on your left side. You could think about belt buckle to target. Again, whatever works for you, but only pick 1 in each sequence and use it. So I would go push, down and through, belt buckle to target. Here we go. Push, down and through, belt buckle to target. We're gonna get to the expensive training aid for better contact right after this one tip. And that tip is consistency over power. Learn how to hit a 3/4 shot, especially with your scoring clubs. And you went right over my camera. Where was I? Hit that 3/4 shot, learn how to get comfortable with it. A full shot's great, but when you're in a full shot, your contact, your chance to miss is much greater. Especially in our scoring clubs, we want to be able to make good, clean, crisp contact, get that ball on the green, control where it's going, hit it straight. And when you take a little bit off your swing, a 3/4 swing, you can start to do that. The tricky part about it is setting the golf club. You have to set it here and let your hips go first. This is where everybody rushes. They go here and they pull down. So when you're on the range and we're practicing, you're here, smooth, hips, and you're hitting nice, good shots. All right, here it is. The most expensive training aid I own. Yeah, that's what we got here. We got a bendy straw with a T. The T's taped to it. This is gonna make you have much better contact. All right, how does it work? it is my most expensive training aid because I don't have any. So I have one other one, which you'll see in a different video, but that price point's probably pretty similar. It was given to me, so I guess that one's technically cheaper. So bendy straw, this is what we're doing. Putting it into the ground this way, we're putting it over the top of the back of the golf ball. All right, so we're just putting the tee in. Okay. Putting the straw just above the back end of the ball here. Now you're set up. All right, once the straw is in place, the goal is ball, ground, and not hitting the straw, okay? What I always like to say too is, you're not trying to hit the ball, you're trying to hit the spot underneath the golf ball. There's like a leaf on the ground, right? Like that's the spot I'm trying to hit. So again, we put this on the front side of the ball, so we're hitting the ball, then the ground. If we hit the straw will spin out. So here we go, down and through. So here's your contact. Okay, we're hitting ball, getting the dirt right after it, hitting that spot that was right underneath the golf ball. Here's how it looks if you hit the straw. Okay. Direct feedback for your drill. The lower you put the straw, obviously the harder you're going to make it, but the better contact you're going to get once you achieve it. Touch it a little bit. So what are you waiting for? Go build your own training aid. Get your bendy straw, your tee, add a little tape, and then the bendy straw, you can help control how far up or down you want it to be. As you get better, you start to lower it down a little bit. It's gonna make you better, give you that instant feedback. One shot at a time, your contact is gonna improve tremendously. All right, you made it to the final thing, and that's chipping. When you're out playing for the rest of your life, you're gonna miss greens. Chipping back on and getting yourself into a good position to make maybe just an up and down, or maybe make the chip, is so important to helping your rounds. Now, we get a little bit more in depth with chipping, so I'm gonna give you two options. One option is you can learn the easiest chip that we got, the bump and run. I do a deep dive on that for you there. Or if you wanna learn all the techniques, including the flop shot, you can click the video down here. That'll give you all the techniques broken down. So until next time, remember, golf is easy. If you just get one lesson with the egg, you can stop making it hard.